Have you ever seen some bozo lumbering around on their dinosaur mount 2 feet from an auction house and then wonder, why can't that be me? I'm Hazel and I'm here to help. Today we're going to be looking at 10 of the best gold making methods of patch 8.2. I am living evidence that you can make gold in this patch. In the first 6 weeks of 8.2, I made about 3 million gold and bought my Caravan Brutosaur auctioneer mount. If I can do it, you're gonna do great. Number 10, herbing and or mining in Nazjatar. This is a great place to start if you're starting from scratch. It's effective and it's easy, especially if you've unlocked flying. Zinandid and to a lesser extent Osmanite are valuable, they're in demand, and they sell very easily. I wouldn't worry too much about Nazjatar cloth, leather, or meat. Those are okay, but not great. For the finest of map farming setups, you'll want to dust off your Sky Golem or Lumber Extractor mount if you've got them. Those let you herb without dismounting, which is why you see everyone on them. If you don't have one yet, that's a good first goal. The Sky Golem can be crafted by engineers from Pandaria mats and bought on the auction house. Alternately, the Lumber Extractor mount works the same way, comes in a trendy green color, and is sort of free. You get this one from the Remember to Share achievement for collecting 300 unique toys, so if you already have a bunch of toys, that might be the smarter option. On top of your swoopy shredder mech, I also recommend grabbing a Cultiran or Zandalari Herbalism enchant for your gloves. If you're also mining, you can use some Monal hardened stirrups so you can stay mounted while mining as well. And finally, I recommend using the Leatrix add-on to speed up your auto-looting. It can also do a bunch of other cool stuff, but the auto-loot is a game changer. The faster you loot, the faster you can leave and go look for more nodes. Number 9, fishing in Nazjatar. There's 2 types you can find out here. There's viperfish, and then that other one that you wish was a viperfish. Viperfish are a key ingredient in the latest feasts, and they tend to be the bottleneck mat for anybody crafting them. You need 15 per feast, and groups that raid or churn out Mythic Plus keys tend to burn through feasts like they're carb loading for a triathlon. Therefore, viperfish sell very quickly and for substantial amounts of gold. If you spot the rare viperfish pool, it is well worth landing to fish it out. Having said that, I wouldn't spend too much time looking for pools. You can also get viperfish at a roughly 50-50 rate just by fishing open water in Nazjatar. Park somewhere safe, turn on your favorite show or podcast or Twitch stream, and fish your heart out. The mauve stingers are used in verse food, so you can still sell that fish or the food. If fragrant cacavia and the mauve stingers are both dirt cheap, then check the price of aromatic fish oil. You could always just oil them and then sell them that way. Number 8, selling the new cageable pets. 8.2 brought in an insane amount of battle pets, many of which can be caged and sold. A healthy chunk of those drop from rares, so here is a table for you. If you are out in Nazjatar or Mechagon and you spot one of these rares, stop and kill it for a chance at a sellable pet. Outside of rares, you can also do some steady gold from farming slimy pets. I have a video guide out of that can walk you through the exact process. It's not hard, it doesn't take much time, and you can get 4 pets per week per alt that you farm on. These days, depending on the pet, you're looking at 3 to 6k each, so it's not crazy, but it's good, reliable gold. Number 7, recycling parts. Out in the Junkwat Depot at Mechagon, the anodized or corroded mobs drop hardened springs, tempered platings, and machined gear assemblies. Not only can you combine those and turn them in every day for bonus rep, you can also buy and sell them on the auction house. I recommend getting into a group of 5 to farm them. The items will still drop in a raid, but the rate is reduced and 5 good players can chew through the depot pretty well. You'll pick up parts to sell as well as spare parts for you, so if you need crates for feasts or an essence or something, it is double value for your time. Number 6, farming and or leveling and upgrading Ikky. If you don't know, this is Ikky. Ikky's a bird, and his Black Claw Flock combo makes him insanely useful for many pet battles, especially the new 8.2 ones. Ikky is cageable for buying and selling on the auction house, so if you feel like farming extras, you can make some gold doing that. He is a reward from a one-time quest early in the Spires of Iraq questline out in Draenor. You can get him once per character, so if you're getting extras to sell, you'll need to use alts. You can check if you've done it or not by pasting in this script to your chat. If it says false, you're good to go. Start the quest here and follow the quest line. Pick up the Kaleri Whisperer branch once you get back to Veltarak after unlocking your base, and it's a few quests after that. This is easier done than said. It took me maybe 15 minutes. You could just cage and sell your Ikky right away, but there's a market for a ready-to-go version, so bonus bucks if you upgrade the quality and level it first. Big bonus bucks. For that matter, you could just skip the Ikky farming stage, buy level 1s, and then upgrade them for an easy flip. Number 5. Level alts, ideally after you get flying, by gathering in Kultiris and Zandalar. We're specifically looking at mining and herbing. With a full set of heirlooms and rested, each node gets you 5k XP, or half that without rested, which is almost competitive with questing. You'll pick up a ton of herbs and ore, and their value has dropped some, but ore in particular is holding pretty strong. For the fastest farming, once again make sure you have your herbing mount, herb to gloves enchant, modal hardened stirrups if you're mining, and give Leatrix a try to speed up auto-looting. As you go, make sure that you are picking up and doing the skill upgrade quests from your urban mining trainers. I am personally leveling every last one of my alts from 110 to 120 this way, and it's been pretty good for both speed and gold. Number 4, selling world quest supplies. So every day there's a world quest out in Najatar that wants you to turn in some profession crafted items. Out in Mechagon, you've got a similar deal, but they want materials. Both of these quests give rep, and people need rep, so the demand for whatever they're asking for is going to skyrocket for the day. What I was doing was logging on early, checking what they want, buying up a bunch of it, and then reselling it in stack sizes that match what the quest asks for. You can also do this with Warfront contributions whenever those are up. People have been doing those again since it's a lot of AP. If you can log on early, all of those supplies are worth a look. Just flip carefully. If the requested item was really expensive to begin with, people might decide it's not worth what you're asking, so use your best judgment. Number 3, crafting raid consumables. I'm talking potions, flasks, and food. We talked about feasts earlier, and that's a huge one. They've got a farming component with the required spare crates per feast and the soulbound ionized minnows, so you can put in a little work and make some gold by crafting feasts to sell. Don't forget to get your vacuum for the ionized minnows. You don't need to be on the quest, just pick it up from this NPC and go around vacuuming pools. There is no need to fish them one by one. If you have alchemy, potions in particular are very good. I recommend Abyssal Healing and Unbridled Fury, but you'll get a feel for what's in demand on your server. My best advice is to maximize your procs. That's where the profit is. Make sure that you have rank 3 of the recipe that you're crafting, and make sure that you've got the Silas's Sphere tool of the trade, and don't craft until your sphere procs a potion of prosperity for you to use. You want all the procs. Number 2 is Enchanting. This is where a lot of my gold came from. There's 2 main options here: directly crafting, or shuffling mats and then crafting. If the crystals, shards, and dust are cheap on your server and it's profitable to just craft enchants, then go ahead and do that. If it's not profitable, don't give up yet. By using another profession to mass craft cheap gear, you can convert mats like cloth or leather into enchanting mats in bulk. I mostly do this with Tidespray linen and tailoring, but any gear crafting will work if the mats are cheap enough. Shuffling enchanting mats really needs its own video, but the quick version is craft a bajillion bracers, DE the blue ones, scrap the green ones for expulsum, and then craft epic bracers to DE. If you need dust more than crystals, forget the scrapping and just disenchant it all. This all does take some time, so again, this is where a good Twitch stream or podcast will save you. Finally, number 1, flipping the latest raid drop BOEs, in this case from the Eternal Palace. As always, this is not for the faint of heart or the newbie. You can definitely lose gold if you're not careful, but if you have a good eye for it, this is where the big money is. Buy BOEs when they're underpriced, as long as you're confident that you can get more for them, and then repost them and hopefully get more. You can of course apply that principle to everything, and I'm not only flipping BOEs, but mount equipment, contracts, and even raw materials if I notice their price is down. To figure out when an item is cheap and what it tends to go for, I use TSM to tell me market price, region market price, and I like to check the sale rates too. I'll link my latest beginner's guide to TSM in the info if you're intrigued and want to get started with that. And that is how I made my gold. With almost all of this, being in the right market is half the battle, and then undercutting is the rest of it. The more often you can log in and reset your auctions, the faster the process will go, but even with just daily auction posting, you can do pretty well. Thanks for watching, share what's been working for you or not working for you in the comments, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.